demonstration of cartridge tapes, or for short, carts. We would call these carts in the broadcast business. And these are cartridges. They're about the size of 8 tracks, but they work a little bit differently. You can see down here there's a hole in the bottom of the cart, and the machine has a pinch roller that is activated by a solenoid, and it pops up into the cartridge to play it. Here's one of the machines. This is a broadcast electronics unit. You can see back in there there's a dummy record head, and then there's a playback head, and there's a solenoid mechanism to pop up the pinch roller. Here are some other types of machines. A little bit later, broadcast electronics machine. Here's a Gates Harris machine. I've also got a, let's see, this is an audi-cord. This is a recording machine here. Both of these are recorders. This one, bottom one is mono, and the top one is stereo. Here's a real old Collins machine, which is a tube-type cart player that a friend gave to me, and I'm really hoping to get this one restored. Haven't gotten around to working on it yet. And here's another one that was given to me. This is an old Gates Cartridge Tape 2. It's a mono record unit. And 4-track cartridges, like this Martini's Music and Memories, use the same type of cartridge as broadcast carts do, and the pinch roller pops up. I've actually got one of the consumer 4-track machines at the West Building. I'll have to demonstrate it. Carts also came in larger sizes, like this one, but usually the most you can get on a cart is 7.5 minutes. See, this is a 4.5. One other thing about these carts is that the machines do not have erase heads, the record machines, so you got to degauss the cart before you can record. And one of the things you used to have to do in the radio business is to degauss carts and work on recording them, and have someone bring in a whole stack of carts to play back news actualities or something. But of course now it's all done with computers. We'll give a demonstration here of how the cart plays. Okay, I'm going to insert the cart, and when the cart is inserted, that turns the motor on. Now we're ready to start. It has 3 tracks on it, 2 audio tracks and 1 cue track. One signal on the cue track is to stop and start the cart when it reaches the end of the tape, because it's a continuous loop. And the other ones are optional, tertiary and secondary signals that you can record on it to activate relays for auxiliary purposes. Let's start up the cart here. Oops. Make sure I got... Hey, you always got to make sure you have the board switch turned on. I've done that a couple of times before. Okay, board is on. It's on program. Let's start the cart.
Pure energy. Pure energy.
It's got a fast forward feature on it. Gotta hold down this lever. We'll now demonstrate one that I recorded secondary tones on. And this will just flash the secondary light, but these tones can be used to trigger a relay, like for automation related purposes too. We'll start this one up and you can see the secondary light flash. And you can even record secondary and tertiary tones while the tape is playing back. They'll record if you put it in a record machine. You can see here's the buttons to record secondary and tertiary tones.